We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
My gun! 52. Right here, right here.
Now Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So now an early third and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Here we go, here we go, here
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 24. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Exit.
It's second and 8 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing on second and 8. Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Check it back, check it back.
Wide.
On second down, Cook. And he's got some space here. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Push him back. You can choose the mic. Watch Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins letting one go deep for the... It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Cousins. He's got a man complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 71 yards. They come out here in the eye. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
I got this.
We got motion.
11.
9's 50.
Hey, check.
You go tight.
They'll start on the ground with Breida.
Check.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards, first down Niners.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
6-3. 218. Chop.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
1, Omaha. 5. 11.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. It's a gain of 7, and it's a second down. At his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the...
Touchdown, 49ers! Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gold able to tack on the extra point. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we are tied at 14. Shrugs off another. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Cousins gives way to Cook, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on second down. Cousins throwing right, and that's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here we go. 180! You better be afraid of me. You better.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. First down San Francisco, the pickup, 14 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
On first down, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Here we go.
Garoppolo and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. This is Breida. Touchdown, 49ers! Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. The ball comes out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game.
Alert! 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 Hey, alert! 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 Mike 57.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Here we go.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. 180!
Line 36.
21. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 30 yards there.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as they have taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
I got this.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
11.
Safety green, watch safety green.
They run with Breida. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
Here we go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Vikings' 22-yard line.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Hey, seam 6.
57 to Mike, 57 to Mike.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
12. Hey, Alpha.
57, Mike, 57.
We own them.
Mike's 57.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Garoppolo and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. Now it's Breida. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Hey, Foxtrot.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They come up in an offset eye.
12, fellas, here we go.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Hey, Echo.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's put that team.
Hey, gun.
Here we go.
Go.
50. Who that?
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
13.
36 to Mike.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Here we go.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble, as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Garoppolo. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Here we go. Wait, 80! 21.
Touchdown.
Hey, Charlie! Mike 50, Mike 50.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50.
He can't hang.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Well, he wasn't too far from break. That officially give him 15. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Slam, slam, slam.
Hey, flipper, flipper. Here we go, bring the energy.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Good route there.
Cousins the thrower. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. 56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Hey, 5-7.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, watch this, watch this. Check safety, check safety.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
50 high. 180. All day, baby. All day. All day. All day. Hey, Steeler. All right, now
to throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins going deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
Right there. 56.
That's good. Mott's 56. Mott's 56.
Check 50. Black.
Tighten up.
They'll run here with Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
56 is the mark. Hey, Delta.
Cousins now. This is caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
Black. Gun.
56. Check 56. I don't think you got it, sir.
Hey, orbit.
56, right there. 56.
Working out of the gun, Cousins to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Gun.
56.
Hey, shoot.
They're not ready for this.
Cousins to throw for it on 4. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
6. Hey, exit.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. Call that a very strong gain at 24. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
36. We're pretty quiet, G. We're pretty quiet. Kill.
Black. 65. Bravo.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team, sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now a throw here to his running back. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. It's caught. Smith. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Cousins. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Looking here for Smith downfield. And no, it's incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Now a give coming right is Breida. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They run again with Breida. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And got his man complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Here we go.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
I got you. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Cousins again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Undercrunch. Check 13.
12, fellas. Here we go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's Breida. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
I got him.
57. Mike, 57.
Hey, I'm
11.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Completes it to Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Give him 3 on the game there, 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This drive started way back inside their own 5. Now they're looking for the capper. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved at him.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire.